And then one time too, I had this girl. I liked her picture. And honestly, she had maybe like 5 loves, and I liked it, and I kept scrolling. She inboxed me, and she said, "Hey, girl." She was like, "I see that you only liked my picture," and she said everybody else loved it. Can you go back and love it too?
No.
I said I liked it because I just like it. Hey y'all, welcome to Let's Chill with Mia, the podcast. I am your host Mia, and today we have a very special guest, my good sis Biya. What's up, sis?
Hey girls.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
If you don't mind telling the people a little bit about yourself.
So I'm Biya. A lot of y'all know me as Biya. I am a licensed esthetician, also a part-time braider. So if you need me to enhance your beauty, just let me know.
Okay. If you want to give them any like links or anything for them to get in touch with you.
Yes, so you can DM me on Instagram at Kabaya _ or Facebook at Kabaya Ferguson.
Okay, cool. Like she said, y'all get her. She's very, very talented. This is we're not blood, but I call her my little sister, y'all. And today I decided to ask her to be a guest host with me because it's a topic that I really, really, really want to touch on. And even though, you're a little young, I feel like you're very mature when it comes down to certain things. So the topic of the day is social media is not real.
True. That is true.
Girl, so I chose you because I feel like when it comes down to social media, you are very, very private. You get on there and post what you feel like you want everybody to see, what you don't want everybody to see, and you get back on. Right. So how, are you on all social media outlets or what?
Yes, everything except Snapchat, because I spend too much time on Snapchat.
Snapchat is addictive.
It is. It's like once you deactivate it and stop posting, it's no coming back.
So were you doing a lot of posting on Snapchat, or were you doing a lot of scrolling too?
A lot of posting.
Okay. And let me ask you this question too. When you were posting, were you just posting yourself, what you had going on, what you were doing, or were you posting just whatever?
Really what I was doing. But I just feel like I was letting too many people in my video. Snapchat, you just recorded everything, and I was literally recording everything.
You know what? That's funny because I went to brunch yesterday with my brother. And when I got back, I was drunk as hell. So I had a song in my head. And normally, as old as my ass is, I decided to get my ass on there and post on Snapchat, and I was shaking these ass. When I tell you, and see, I haven't did that in so long. And I had people hit me up like, "Oh, super bad back." We ain't gonna talk about who that is. But everybody super bad back. When I said I was on there shaking my ass, then I thought about it the morning when I woke up and I was sober. By then, over 300 people had seen it, so there ain't no point in deleting it.
Right.
But I was like, damn, I'm popping my head like I'm 22,
Oh my God.
But yeah, so I feel you on the Snapchat thing. I love Snapchat. And actually, I've been looking at this documentary, and this kind of what made me want to talk about social media, because I was watching this documentary called The Social Dilemma. And it's on Netflix, and they talk about social media and how it's just pretty much ruining the world. And one thing, because speaking on Snapchat, one thing they spoke on was Snapchat dysmorphia. And pretty much, I'm going to tell you, I was going to give you my own definition, but I had to look it up so the people know exactly what it is. But Google says that it's a body image disorder characterized by the need to heavily edit one's own digital image. So, do you remember when Snapchat first came out? They didn't have no filters.
No.
So, when they first came out, I remember them niggas was like, "Oh, yo, we get to see the real y'all now. You get to see the real y'all, see what y'all really look like without that filter." Couple months passed by, they started adding filters. So pretty much this just mean that, how, and I'm very guilty of it, when you post, especially a selfie or something, you like to tweak it a little bit with a filter.
All the time.
Yeah, and so that's what pretty much what dysmorphia is. It's like you pretty much, you to the point you really don't even like what you look like no more. Every time you post, so you really feel like you got to make yourself just look perfect. So I feel like, what you think about this?
I mean, I do agree with that, because like I say, I do that all the time.
Yeah.
And it's true, people add filters. Like, I'm speaking on myself.
Yeah.
I feel like my face fat. Like,
girl, so is mine.
And I feel like the filter just give me that look that I want. But
so
like,
what it give you like that little jawbone
Yeah.
structure? I mean, I feel like I feel you though. For real, like, cause I be feeling the same way, and one thing about me, sometimes I be feeling like my eye is lazy, especially if I done took my medicine or whatever. Like, it get real lazy, so I had to tweak it a little bit. So I feel you on it.
But then again, I just feel like it's not good to use it all the time. Cause I mean, God gave you this look for a reason. So
Right.
Enhance your natural beauty and be,
I agree because you know what, it's been a few times like I've actually seen like people in public and they thank God, I use my filters. I feel like I use like the soft filters.
Yeah.
So people still recognize me from social media. And like a couple people be like, you look better in person. So I'm like, thank you God, So let's see. So moving on from that, we done talked about Snapchat. First of all, what was your favorite filter on Snapchat?
Let's talk about back then, the little flower.
Oh my God. When I tell you that was my favorite, like I used to kill that. And now, they took it away for a while.
Yeah,
but then you could type it in. My cousin found it one day. And it don't even look the same.
Really? See, I'm not on there, so I don't know.
That flower really gave you a bad bitch effect.
I love that.
When I tell you, especially bitch with no edge,
Girl.
they put that flower around their head, and I promise you, they look like the baddest bitch of the South.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, so I'm about to get in your business a little bit.
Okay.
You don't have to answer if you don't want to, but are you dating, in a relationship?
Yeah, I'm in a relationship.
Okay, girl. Okay, so when it comes down to your relationship and social media, how are you? Do you do the posting? Do you not post? Like, how are you when it comes down to that?
I mean, we don't post each other, but I feel like we should, like every now and then.
Yeah.
But we don't post each other because I feel like we've been together long enough. People know.
Yeah.
Or whatever, but
So for what? For like maybe like holidays, birthdays and stuff.
We don't do none of that.
But do you feel like that should be the time
Yeah,
when
I
you
think
should
we
do?
should.
So who's more so? Is it just like both of y'all just on like?
It's him.
And he just, but me knowing him, like he's very reserved. Like he barely posts himself, right?
Sometimes. He can put on some clothes or whatever and go out with his friends while he posts them.
I feel you. And so, cause like I did like a questionnaire on Facebook, and I was asking people like how did they feel about being posted and not being posted, and a lot of people were just like, I don't care. We grown. We don't have nothing to prove to the world. But this one girl, I wanted to pull up her response, but I wasn't about to go through all those messages. It was seriously like 50-some messages. So, but she was pretty much just like, cause me personally, I don't really care. I don't care about that. Like, especially, I guess because I'm just dating right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's no point in me posting but maybe if I decide to get serious with somebody, maybe we could talk about it. Cause the last nigga I posted, he wanted me to post him. He kept getting on my nerves about it, so I did. And it's just like, after I started posting him, he started getting on my nerves. I left him, so it wasn't no point in putting nobody in our business.
Yeah.
But anyway, she pretty much said, like, guys, they post things that they're proud of. She was like, they post their cars, they post their jobs, they post everything they proud of. She was like, their kids, even sometimes their mama. So if they proud of the fact that they're with you, why not post me? That's what she said. And I was like, yes. Mm-hmm. Because at first, I mean, like I said, I'm on the way that I am now, whatever. But maybe, I might actually get to that point. Because I do remember, like, when I was younger, I was more so, especially, this main relationship I was in, like, we were posting each other, posting when we were here, posting when we were there. And I'm going to tell you something, though. All that damn posting caught up with our ass.
Oh
because I realized, I'm not even gonna lie to you, but like women start looking at it and they saying, oh, he got meal at this place, he got meal at that place, they doing it. to the point that I started feeling like he was posting that shit just to get some pussy.
Oh, yeah.
Because when a woman, like I realized when women was seeing him doing all they were doing for me, they was at him hopping in the DM. Like, what's up? But wait, I'm gonna tell you something too though. What they fail to realize is, just because he do it for me, don't mean he gonna do it for you.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, so I mean, I feel you on that, and I really did. I appreciated her response because I was like, damn, you know, that's a very mature. Even a lot of the men was like, damn, that's the realest answer on here, because I mean, it really ain't no better way to put it. Because at the end of the day, like, if we don't have, it don't have to be an all the time thing. But if I feel like if that's what your significant other want, you know, relationship all about compromise. So
right.
Why not? So, girl, so about this social media thing, you on Instagram, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how are you on Instagram? Are you into like the blogs, like?
Really everything. I love Instagram, but lately I've been finding myself deactivating my Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason I'm deactivated because I feel like if I feel like my life ain't together, I'm not gonna be on there. So
it's good.
Girl, I'll deactivate for a couple days and then I'll get back on there. The only reason I don't like about Instagram, you gotta wait 2 weeks to deactivate again. I'm like, but I love everything about Instagram.
And you know what too? Sometimes when I want to take a break from a certain social media site, I just delete the app. Like I just don't even I just delete the app on my phone, because if I deactivate it, I might click on it and reactivate it. So I just completely wipe it off of there, because I was actually off of Facebook for almost 2 years, but that's a conversation for another time. But going back to Instagram, I be on Instagram a lot too. And I love some blog sites. What you think about the blog sites on there? Like the Shade Room.
Yeah, it's a Shade Room for me. I don't know. The Shade Room, it have its ups and downs. I feel like when it comes to some people, they just post their negatives. They don't never post their positive.
Yes.
And I don't like that, but some stuff I do. Like things that going on in the world, you find on Shade Room before you even, you know, because I don't watch the news. So
right.
Shade Room,
that's our news.
Yeah, Shade Room posting, but I just don't like how, depends on the person, they only post their negative stuff.
I agree with you on that, because like that's my thing. I have been a big fan of them, and I have started noticing that a lot of stuff is very more so cater toward the negative. Like they might post a person's child, which I feel like that should be 100% out. Like nobody's child should be posted. And I feel like just say if somebody's child on there might be cussing or something, like a celebrity child, the celebrity might be asking it on their page like, y'all, what are some things I can do to try to get my child from saying this? But they'll take the video, put it on their page, and just post it like the person just let their child cut.
You right, I've been saying that lately.
Yeah, so I'm just like, like we as black people, we gotta stop downing each other, and then you have people in the comment. That's the part I would get into.
I be reading comments. I'm like, y'all really think like this? I don't know. I just feel like, not saying people. Okay, what I'm trying to say. People that grew up in the country, we have a whole different mindset than some people. And I be like, even some of my friends, they be on Shade Room, like commenting. I'm like, girl, do you really think like this?
Acting like they know these people too.
Like,
like just say if somebody posts, they like for a woman, just say, I say Carisha, because I love to use this as them. Carisha might post herself with Diddy. I think they look good as fuck. I'm just like, yes, bitch, get what you need out of it. I look in the comment, you need to be at home with your kids.
Exactly. Right. No, she not. And she was on, what was, like, her trainer video. You know, she did her.
Yes.
And she was like, she take her kids to school. Like, y'all don't know what's going on just because she posted this.
Because,
she don't post her personal.
Exactly. And maybe she rather not post her children.
Right.
Because maybe she is with him but maybe at night she tucking them in. Mm-hmm. People don't show. That's what people fail to realize. Just because they're not showing it doesn't mean that it's not happening. Mm-hmm. But yes, like I have a big problem with, that's my problem with Instagram pretty much, because, and I say I really got to kind of like move away from Instagram a little bit and kind of get like you know, like I got to stop looking it up, because I have started deleting a lot of blog sites, but I love the Shade Room. But I get so mad at them, and then it did be me in the comment, y'all wrong for posting me. Cause it's just like, what happens to the positive shit? Like, it's so much positive stuff to go on. Like, this person might post that they just sat here and fed 1,000 people, and then they might mess around and post a video of them drunk. They gonna post a video of them drunk.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, so what do you think about just regular, everyday common people getting in the comments, saying stuff saying the stuff they be saying?
I look and I just shake my head because I don't know.
It's weird.
It's weird. Like I said, I be asking them like in my head. I don't, just on
Yeah.
Do you really think like that?
And I honestly feel like they do, and it's just like you really spend hours just going from page to page, picture to picture, dogging somebody that don't know you, that you only know about what they tell you and Wikipedia tell you. And honestly, I could log on Wikipedia and change their information if I felt like.
And they should know that about me.
Yeah, so like I don't know. That's a big problem for me, and I feel like us as people, we gotta stop doing this shit. Mm-hmm. Like, stop getting on here acting like these celebrities are not human. Because a lot of times I do hear them in like interviews and stuff talk about how they try not to read the comment, but sometimes you might.
Yeah.
And they be like, that shit hurt. And I just said, like, they go back to misery love company. Because only a miserable ass person is gonna sit on the internet and just down people all day.
You're right.
What you think?
They not happy at home.
I agree. and that's why I feel like people always wonder why the hell Beyonce don't post and she don't do this. But when she was posting, y'all was talking about her child hair.
Right, it was nothing good.
Yeah, and by her being one of the most famous people in the world, people always saying like, people always in my business, but they can't be in your business. You don't put them in your business.
Right, that's why I watch what I post. Like, I don't want too much. I probably okay. This is the thing, on Snapchat, you post little memes.
Yeah,
people think you talking about your life.
Yeah,
I talk about somebody. Just randomly.
You might just agree with it.
Yeah, and I don't understand.
Because people live, I've grown to learn that people live for social media, and they feel like just because you posting it, this you let them in on what's going on. Because I'm the same way too. Like, I post memes. One meme might be like, oh, I love this nigga to death. The next meme might be like, fuck this nigga on doing me. Like, so it's just because I relate to it, I like it. It's funny. Like, to me, like, social media, I remember, and going back to the documentary, The Social Dilemma. The first thing they said was social media was created to be able to get in contact and connect with your people. And girl, looking at it, the deeper and deeper I got into this documentary, like, they had people that work for like Facebook, people that work for Twitter, people that work for Google, and they were on there before they even made this documentary. They had to get lawyers and stuff to make sure that like they wouldn't get sued for what they were gonna say. And it got so, like, they pretty much was just talking about how they're not, just because they, like, just like the person work at Facebook, they ain't on Facebook. They don't let their kids get on Facebook. Like, because they was talking about pretty much it's 20 white men that sit behind their desk and they control 2 million people in the world because of social media. And they were even saying it got so scary because I was like, oh my God. Because I watched it like 2 years ago, but I barely paid attention. But it's always in the back of my head because I would remember when they said, like, I was just remembering the people saying, like, oh no, I'm not on Twitter. I'm not on Facebook. I don't let my kids get on there. No, like, that app is not even, like, allowed in my household. That's pretty, and I'm just like, what's the problem with y'all? So what are y'all not really just telling us 100% for you to feel like you can't be on there, other people you love need to be on there. But girl, it got so deep, and I advise everybody to watch that documentary. Yes. I went back and I watched it again. Like, I watched it again. So let's see. We done talked about. Are you on Twitter?
No. When I left college, I got off Twitter. I feel like college was Twitter was the college app.
Twitter was the college app. I was gonna say that because that's when I got on Twitter in college. And I had built up when I tell you I built up my followers and stuff on Twitter like 09, 2010. Like, that's when I was on Twitter heavy. Like, I had, by the time I got ready to get off there, I had maybe like 10,000 followers. And this just because at night, I would what? Girl, this is so embarrassing. But I became known as the sex guru on Twitter. And I would get on there at late night between like 12 to 4. And I would just tweet like sexual, I would give them like tips. I would give them sexual tips. This is no lie by it. Like, one time this girl, she wrote me, she said, hey, I'm in Ireland. And she said, I just got married. And she said, me and my husband are virgins. She said, can you give us some tips on what we need to do to have a great...
What you say?
Girl, I gave her some tips. And then, I don't remember exactly what I said, but I was like, when y'all get done, I was like, write me back and let me know how was it. So she wrote me back and she was like, it was amazing. She was like, thank you so much. You should be getting paid for this. And I don't even know what I told them. But I have always had a very vivid imagination anyway. So it's just like, I can tell you some shit. Oh and it's going to sound so good that you're going to do it. But, so I was on Twitter for a good little minute. I got off of there like 2012, 13 because of some jealousy issues because I stayed on Twitter. Like I said, I was a sex guru. I was on there informing the people.
Oh, yeah.
And I tried to get back on there maybe like 2 years ago. I made a new page because I deleted my page so I couldn't get it back. But I made a new page and they would not give me my old page back and my new page ain't jumping.
You know too much.
Yeah, they probably glad I got off of them. But yeah, so let's see. Next topic. I wrote down so much stuff like that I want to talk about pretty much based off of social media. And I try not to talk about it, get too deep into it because I get mad. I get mad because I saw somebody post let me see who it was. Jada's son. Jada and Lil Baby's son.
Oh, Lord, what they
I got so mad the other day and I was really mad as fuck. And I gotta start getting mad like these people, my cousins and stuff. But people in the comments, every time she posts her son, I notice that people be like, you need to spend more time with your dad. He needs to spend more time with his dad.
He's sassy. Like,
how is a freaking 4-year-old? I feel like people want him to walk around, pop, and bust your ass. Yeah. Instead, he's well spoken, and they're raising a gentleman. Just because they're not posting their babies in the background, don't mean he's not back there. People getting so caught up on it, and girl, I was so mad. I was at work talking to everybody about, tell me what you think about this. Tell me what you think about this. And I'm like, I don't like girl.
Yeah, I don't like it, especially like with our son too. Like they would blame everything. I don't like it. Your son.
Yes.
Like what? This little boy.
He's a child. And then too, why would every time, like you said, every time son had, oh, your son did it.
Yeah.
He's a fucking child. And that is a form of bullying. Mm-hmm. So do you feel like social media, I asked this question too. Do you feel like social media can affect your relationship?
No, I don't think so. Well, let me say that. Let me rephrase it. Yeah. Only because, I don't know, let me talk about me. And some people might agree, some people might disagree. But in my relationship, it's me. I'm the problem when it comes to social media. Like I say, he go out and post everybody. But when we were together, he don't post nothing. And I don't like that. And I feel like that's a big problem.
If you, and honestly, me, I'm not no therapist or nothing, but if that is a problem for you, and I'm pretty sure you have voiced it,
yeah,
dude, like let's fix it, or don't you post shit else?
But I can say like when it comes to like liking pictures and stuff, I get mad. It depends on who the person is. But
that was getting ready to be my question.
It depends on the person. Because if I know you done, dealt with this person, constantly in, their life, it's a problem.
So let me ask you this question. Is it like you can't like it or you can't love it type thing? Because there was another question I asked.
Well, see, he only on Instagram.
Okay.
So, it's just a like or whatever. I mean, 1 or 2 pictures is fine, but when you just constantly liking everything,
and Instagram is messy. They gonna show you. They gonna be.
He the first name.
It could be a million people like that picture, but Beverly, they gonna show you your nigga.
I swear, like.
Girl, cause let me tell you something. My little flame, he sent me a screenshot today, just a screenshot of a post, like of a meme. And guess what I was looking at? Their first name. They were popping up this, but. And I said, who the hell is this? But then I said, let me bring myself back down because like that's something I don't want to be like that because I know when it comes down to like Facebook, the likes and the loves, I did not realize that some people think when you love a picture, just say of a dude, like that mean y'all messing around. Like I actually had people saying that I was messing with this particular dude because I was loving his pictures, and it wasn't because oh I'm in love with you, nigga. I like them shoes you got on. Right. Oh I love that shirt. That color look good on you. Like that's how I was thinking until they kind of got back to me. Like yeah, they say you talk the whoop, and I'm like, what the hell make them think that? You know, y'all be interacting and stuff on. I interact with everybody, so I'm fucking all of them too.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just be real. And then one time too, I had this girl. I liked her picture, and honestly, she had maybe like 5 loves, and I liked it, and I kept scrolling. She inboxed me, and she said, "Hey, girl." She was like, "I see that you only like my picture," and she said everybody else loved it. Can you go back and love it too?
No.
I said I liked it because I just like it. It wasn't lovable to me.
I don't think that's that.
It wasn't lovable to me. And I said, but you know what? To keep down the confusion, I said, I'm just going to go and unlike it.
Oh my God. I know that's right.
Like, for real. But yeah, so, like you said, like, if you see him liking too many things, like too many pictures, oh no. They did say that social media can control your behavior and control your... No, do you feel like I'm trying, do you feel like that is true? Because say it please. Because I feel like as I was looking at this documentary, a lot of stuff they were saying, I was just like, am I allowing it to control my behavior? Like, am I? Because I mean, honestly, I try not to let nothing on there get to me. It get to me when people talk about people's kids. It gets to me like when people are being very, very negative. And it got to me when that bitch wrote me and asked me to come back and love. So it did alter my mood, and it did kind of change my behavior. Because then I was like, do everybody feel like that? Because I even saw this meme one time. And tell me if you saw it. It said, it was like, it had like I don't even know exactly what it said, but it was something like, you can spot out a hater. And then it said like 12, like maybe like 100 loves and then like 2 likes. And they pointed at the likes saying, no, what a hater.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Bitch, I know you don't think I'm hating on you.
And people really do think like that.
And I was like, wow. So I said, there was like, let me see. I got off Facebook at the end of 2021. And I said, let me get off of here because these people are starting to piss me the hell off. I was still standing and say, I love walking my dog. The status up front to be like, bitch, you love taking care of dog, but don't need to take care of their kids. Throwing shots at each other like, bro, this how you gonna spend your day. So have you ever been on Facebook? You was on Facebook at one point,
yeah,
right?
I'm on Facebook now.
Oh, okay, but you really don't.
I mean, that's the thing on Facebook. If I didn't have no business, I wouldn't be on there.
And that's why I chose to get back on there this time because I have my podcast and I have to promote my podcast. And I feel like the easy way for me to like communicate with people and get feedback and promote my business is through Facebook. And honestly, I have found myself now getting on there, being nosy, scrolling, all that folk being, because my homeboy the other day, he said he was going live at 2 o'clock. I was at work on the clock, and I kept checking my phone. My phone down there dead. I kept checking. And I wrote him, I said, it passed 2 o'clock. And I said, you know what? I don't want to get back into that stride of being on there, being nosy, taking in all that negativity. Because honestly, that really can change your behavior. That can alter your mood. And you really can get on there in a good mood. Then you see 4 posts of somebody complaining.
Right, and it just changed your whole energy. Like, me, I'm big on energy.
Me too.
And when I see something that just, like, ain't fun with what the energy inside me, I'm like, let me just
remove myself. Yeah, I totally agree with you on that. I really do. So yeah, let me see. We're gonna have to take a break on these boys because I gotta go over my own. I gotta go over my things he want me.
Alright, cool.
This episode was brought to you by Blossom Poses. If you need your lashes done, a facial, teeth whitening, body sculpting, and more, please visit blossomposes.com and tell them Mia sent you. Okay, so I'm really, really big on mental health. How are you when it comes down to mental health?
Very big.
So, on a scale of 1 to 10 right now, where would you say your mental health is?
7.5.
7.5. Why? I mean, 7.5 is pretty good, but it's not a 10.
It's not a 10. And why? Because, I don't know, I feel like lately I'm not in a space where I want to be.
No, it's okay. You good.
Okay.
I understand it because honestly, I've kind of been in that space too. I've been getting very, very angry. Like, I worked so hard to become a good person and become the person that I am. And lately, like maybe like the past month, I have been very, like everything has been affecting me. It's been upsetting me. I just have been in a bad mood. So I decided to, by me being on social media, and like I listen to a lot of podcasts and stuff too, and it's I'm about to get on free promotion, but it's a therapy site called BetterHelp. And they assign you therapists and stuff. And I've heard different people talking about it, and I have used it before. So I just decided to go ahead and hop back in and get me a little therapy, maybe like a month or two, just to get my mind back aligned. Because, you know, life be life, man. Like, and honestly, you know, you try to hold that shit together. You try to keep yourself together, but people really don't understand you might be a certain way on social media, and that's why I'm so hard. That's why I'm so big on people being nice to people and people being nicer and not judging people. Because just because I post this picture and I'm smiling and I look like I'm the happiest bitch in the world, that don't mean that I could be fighting depression.
Yeah.
And people don't realize that a lot of people be 10 seconds away from spazzing, and a lot of people add on to that by getting on there talking shit, being negative and stuff like that. So they did say and I'm gonna continue to talk about these documentary because this episode is based around it. They did say that it fucks with people's mental health, and they were talking about like, especially like me, I'm a 90s baby, or early 90s baby, and they were talking about like we were pretty much like the last group or the last generation that had like a normal life, because now kids have access to everything. Like when we were growing up, I really didn't like the social media shit didn't really kind of like come with like Bebo stuff like that, like probably like I'm in like middle school. So my childhood was just that. My childhood, I only saw what was on TV, which everything was pretty much censored back then. And hell, what I read in books and what I was shown like by my parents and people around me. But now they were saying that like that's why so many kids are the way they are. Like they're so big on their looks. They're so big on being a certain way, and they can't even develop their own type of personality because of the personalities that they're seeing, and they think those are the cool personalities. So they're building up their mentality to be the person that they saw.
Yeah.
So how old were you when you first got on social media? Because you a little bit younger than me.
I think like 13.
13. What was the first?
It was Facebook. I just had to be in my mama to give me. But yeah, it was Facebook.
So when you first got on Facebook, it wasn't. How was it? Like it wasn't like it was now, or what?
No,
it wasn't.
I don't even remember, but it wasn't nothing like this. Nothing at all.
Yeah. So yeah, and that's another thing. I really like. I feel like, and I don't have any children, but I do. Even with my little cousins and stuff like that, like I talk to them all the time. I'm getting in their head, and I ask them, scale 1 to 10, what's your mental health? If they say less than an 8, just how I just did you, why? And it's just because I know like life is it be fucked up, man. And like it's hard, like you know. I'm the type of person, I look at it like everybody got their own problem. So I'm not about to just throw or pour my problems on nobody else. So that's why I just hop up and just get the therapy that I feel like I need instead of just, because what if I just come to you and I'm just like, girl, they going on, and then you got your own shit going.
I'm drained at this point. I don't even want
you drain, you're drained, and now I'm taking a little bit of hope and a little bit of energy that you do got left. And you know, when you're friends and as friends, like, we always supposed to check on each other. I don't ever want to just throw all my problems on nobody. Like, this what they have help for. And I feel like all black people should get therapy. Like, I'm not against it. Like, yes, if you believe in going to church, go to church. Get prayer, pray every night, do what you need to do, but still, there is nothing wrong with praying and asking God to help you, but there's also nothing wrong with going and get the help that people were trained and people went to school and people are getting paid to help you with.
I agree. Because I was just recently telling one of my guy friends that his mom died like a couple years ago, and every time around Mother's Day and her birthday coming up in June, he like go into isolation. Yeah. He don't want to talk to nobody. And I was like, maybe you should really look into therapy. Yeah. He was like, man, I don't want to. It's awkward. Like, I'm like, okay, it might be awkward at first time, because of course you telling you expressing your feelings to somebody you don't know. But after going a couple times, oh, you seen there, this your best friend.
Exactly, because they don't judge you.
They don't, and they were really like listening and, help you throughout this. And I agree. I think all black people should do it.
Yeah, and you know it too. That's like Mother's Day. I get sad because especially when it comes down to social media and stuff, because I have friends that don't have their mother. And like, I can only imagine how they feel when they get on social media the day of and they see all this happy mother to my mom, and your mama gone. So I think about that too, and it, like, I mean, I'm thankful and grateful that I still have my mom, but it makes me appreciate her a little more, and it also make me know that I need to reach out to my friend, like, hey, I'm thinking about you on the day and stuff like that. Like, so we have to, I feel like us as people, we gotta be mindful of that as well.
You're right.
Yeah, so girl, it got a little spicy in here. So this, I want to talk about a segment. I'm adding another segment, but the first segment is affirmations. And I always try to figure out where can I fit this in on the actual. I don't know if I want to eventually starting the episode off with it, or putting it in the middle or whatever. I do know I gotta say my affirmations, and I gotta let everybody know what my affirmations are of the week. Are you big on affirmations? Are you into affirmations at all?
Like in between.
In between.
So I feel like, because the only reason I say in between, because like a couple months ago, I'm like reading them every day, throughout the day, but now I'm kind of slacking, so that's why I say in between.
It gets like that sometimes. And like, I have, like, my mirror in my bedroom, well, my bathroom mirror is full of sticky notes. Just affirmations, like, I write them down, and I have they're everywhere, like, what I feel like I need to say every morning before I get my day started. So most of the time when I snatch the curtain back, get out the shower in the morning, they right there, and I'm just reading them, as I'm drying off and getting ready for my day. So the affirmation of the week that I chose was, I am my only competition.
I like it.
And I chose it because we're talking about social media, and a lot of people get caught up in social media. They don't be trying to compete with people, but they might be driving a 98 Honda, and they might see their peer or their social media friend driving a 2023 Honda, and it started making them feel like they ain't doing enough.
Yeah, and I knew you was gonna talk about this. This is what I had to say about this. I say, if you want that, God will bring it to you when it's time. Right now, it's not time for you to have it. So like, okay, so I had a friend. I left my mama's house like before her, even though I'm back there.
Right.
I left before her. She felt like she wasn't. With the same age, she's like, girl, what I'm doing wrong? I'm like, you're not doing nothing. It's just not God. God's just not ready for you, to step out on your own right now.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, you're right. So I just feel like when you just said like about the car situation, right now it's not your time. You just gotta be patient and it'll come to you. Because then you look up, when you look at your friend, like, okay, let's talk about me and my friend. I moved out, girl. Now I gotta figure out how I'm getting this month rent paid. It's just like, don't rush it and just like.
And you make it look. People be on the outside looking at it. You make it look good. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But people don't know what it takes or what it took for you to get there. And just like I said, just because this person is driving this, maybe you don't have a car note. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And you good, and this person do. So it's just like, I am my only competition. I want y'all to repeat that every day for the rest of the week. I am my only competition, because at the end of the day, just because you're not here where your friend is, you're moving at your own pace, and you always have time to get yourself to where you need to be. Pray about it and work hard for it. Do whatever it takes, legally or illegally, to get however you want to do it. I don't judge nobody. Whatever it takes, get it, and don't ever feel like you behind just because your timeline isn't caught up with the people around you or the people that you see, because honestly, you don't know what people are doing to get what they need or whatever. Right. And me personally, I look at it like motivation. I see somebody doing something, like I love to see people doing well, because so many times like people try to make it seem like black people just out here just ratchet and ghetto as fuck. But the black people that I be watching and the people that I surround myself around, they are doing very, very well. And I'm gonna make sure that I applaud them every chance I get and let them know that I'm proud of them. But yeah, and I also want you to know that I'm super, super proud of you and everything you're doing. And I want you to keep it up, continue to do it, and just keep striving. Whatever got you feeling how you feel.
It's gonna get better. Because I mean,
it got to.
You just gotta go. I mean, not technically go with the flow, but you just gotta hope for better.
Yeah.
It's gonna get better.
That's it. And you gotta believe it too. Like whenever if you want better, you gotta believe that it's already better. And that goes along with manifestation. I be like, I know it. I don't even say I know it's gonna get better. I just say it's better.
Right.
It's better. It's better than it was yesterday. Mm-hmm. So moving on to the second segment, it's the feel good song of the week. I text you and I told you about it and everything. And the feel good song of the week is pretty much the song that you listen to, that you've been listening to, that's been on your mind, a song that's been motivating you, a song that's been putting you in high spirits. So what is your feel good song of the week?
All My Life by Lil Durk.
That is my song. That is my song. Yes. So, girl, that is crazy, because that is also my feel good song of the week. So, what is it about that song that just makes you feel good?
It gotta be J. Cole part.
That's it. Like J. Cole is that nigga, man. Like people like him. First of all, Wale, that's my man. But J. Cole, he is so like positive. Yes. And Durk, like he said, Durk, yo, hit me up, like. Yes, it's a great song, and I'm happy to see like that side. I love when artists. I'm really not big on rap. I'm more of an R&B girl, and when I do listen to actual rap, it's either Lil Baby or Wale and J. Cole, because they're more on the motivation. They on some get money, love yourself, love your girl, like type shit. So yeah, I agree. I like when rap artists can show that side, because to me that's like a softer side of Durk, and I really did like that. So this week I am starting a new segment, y'all, and I want y'all to send in your questions, your concerns, your comments, whatever it is, to Let's Chill with Mia, the podcast at gmail.com. So this week, y'all, I had a question sent in. I actually had two, but I'm just going to read one today because this is interesting to me. So it says, it's more so, I guess it is a question, but it's more so of a statement followed up with a question. It says, and I want you to give your opinion when I finish reading. It says, so I had a crush on this girl until she told me that she didn't want more kids. She has 2 and she wants a God-fearing man. I was okay with the kids thing, but I was confused on the God-fearing man part. I never heard of that before. What the hell is that? Have you ever heard that phrase, a God-fearing man?
No,
I have.
For real, what is that?
But I guess maybe because it's the church that I go to, was the church that I grew up in, and it's a lot of single women at that church. So they always say, like, I want a God-fearing man. I want a God-fearing man. Like, I've heard it my whole life. So my definition of what I took from it was they just want somebody that love God and follow God.
Okay.
And because they feel like if he love and follow God, then he's going to love her properly. So that is what I think it is. And that's what I feel like it is. Maybe I should have asked somebody to want a good fair man. But I do want a man that love the Lord. But
I do too.
yeah. That was funny. Y'all send in more questions, more statements, whatever y'all want to send in. I'm going to read them, and I will keep your name completely anonymous unless you want me to give you a shout out. And I will shout you out for participating. So this concludes our segment. Well, our episode, girl. I'm a little tipsy. I've been drinking. But this concludes it. I want to just say thank you so much for joining. I know you was a little nervous, but you did so good, and I'm so glad that you came and you participated, and I'm so proud of you. Like I said, keep going. Y'all, I will add her information if y'all want to tell them what you do again.
I'm a licensed esthetician, so I do facial waxing, also a part-time braider. I do soft lock, passion twist, and you name it.
It's the summertime, ladies. You know, we like those good protective styles. It's too hot for a wig. Them bitches be peeling. So, yeah, anyway, thank y'all. Thank y'all for chilling with us. See y'all next time.